introduce our speaker, you may already be familiar with him. He's a familiar face here at Lacers. He's done several events with us, so we're happy to have him back. So to introduce or reintroduce Sean Floyd, he's an internationally renowned authority on fitness, weight management, and healthy living. Sean is founder of Stronger You Academy and author and creator of the proven metabolic makeover book, The Burst Workout, which you're going to get a preview of today, and co-author of the New York Times #1 bestseller, The Daniel Plan. Sean is also the co-creator of the Wellness Councils of America National On the Move initiative, inspiring and training over 200,000 employees and hundreds of companies throughout the United States. As an award-winning author, exercise physiologist, behavioral coach, and speaker, Sean has earned the reputation as America's strength coach, and now he's Lacer's strength coach. With an upbeat, positive, and sensible approach to making wellness and fitness simple, he has taken his message of fitness at the speed of life all over the world. I'll now give it over to Sean.
Stephanie, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction, the kind introduction. And I just want to thank Alex and Crystal and Stephanie and Elijah. Can you guys give it up for the team just in putting this together for y'all? I mean, you guys are the best. You really are. And so I am so excited to be with you guys today. I cannot tell you, I've been looking forward to this literally for months as we've been planning this day. And I really hope that today is going to be a great day. I sent that to you all in chat, and I want you to say that because I know you're muted, but here's your opportunity. As loud as you can, because no one's going to hear you, okay? On the count of 3, I just want you to say out loud, today is going to be a great day. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? On the count of 3, we're going to say it as loud as we can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Today is going to be a great day. So wouldn't it be awesome to wake up every morning as soon as your feet hit the floor and you said, today is going to be a great day? And I mean this, you guys, just by showing up today, you are going to make it a great day. I really believe that. I truly believe the information we're going to talk about today. And I love what Elijah said. I don't want this to be just me talking at you. I really want to hear from you today. I really want to have this community opportunity to share with one another. So we're going to learn together. We're going to talk together. We're going to move together. So I'm going to show you some simple moves that you can do anytime, anywhere, in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, outside, wherever you may be. We're going to make fitness work. That's our goal today. So do me a favor, if you guys, you wouldn't mind, please, if you have a question, if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, and I would encourage you to grab that, just to have a piece of paper or a pencil and a pen, because I have some questions for you. I'm going to give you a little assessment in the middle of our presentation today, just to get a better understanding of where your present fitness level is. That'll be helpful. So go ahead and take a minute to do that as I transfer over to sharing my screen. And again, feel free to write down any questions that you may have, and I'll make sure as we come back to cover those questions. Okay, sound good? So let's start off with a story. I've shared this with some of our Lacer folks before, but I think it demands repeating. I had a client years ago, some of you may relate to this, where this individual came to me and she said, Sean, I'm struggling with my weight, I'm struggling with my blood pressure, my cholesterol's high, and my doctor said I needed to exercise. That's what her doctor told her. But this is what she said to me. She said, I hate exercise. So do you ever find yourself saying that? And you're not the rarity, you're actually not alone. It's a very common thought. And we're going to talk today about what do you think of exercise, and specifically, how do we make fitness work? I'll come back and talk about this individual, but this is what we're going to cover today. I'm going to share with you 4 proven steps to help you make fitness work. And again, anytime, anywhere, we're going to discuss that. And then also, I'm going to share with you some simple moves that you can do anytime, anywhere. I really want you to see how simple fitness can be. It really can be that simple. We're going to show you that. And then I'm going to introduce to you today a 6-week program. So this is just the beginning, our orientation, and we want to invite you to become a part of this 40-day, 6-week experience of fitness that works. So we're going to be doing that together, which will be fun. So guys, as I'm going through our presentation right now, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and mute yourself just so we don't get any feedback. If you don't mind, just double check your mute button to make sure everybody's muted. Awesome. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's start off in talking about fitness that works. How do we make fitness work? What can we do? First question, I want you to shoot in chat. When you see or hear the word exercise, what do you think of? Do me a favor in chat, go ahead and let me know, what do you think of when you see or hear the word exercise? Go ahead and take a moment to shoot me a note in chat, and I'd love to hear from you. What's the first thing that comes to you? So Jeanette, thank you. Pain. Alex, hard work. Good. Keep them coming. Beverly, work, and I think health, right? Kathleen, fun. Good. Good, good, good. Keep them coming, guys. Whatever you think. What is your first thought? Exercise. Feel better, Carmen. Thank you. Walking and swimming, Laura. Good job. Regimented routine. Keep fit. Good. Love it. Excellent. Anybody else? Anybody else thoughts? Cynthia, soreness. Rachel, sweating. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Keep them coming. Avoid the doctor. Physical activity, longevity. These are great, you guys. Well done. Keep them coming. Time for thought. Good. Better digestion. Tanya said time. Okay. Do me a favor. Next question. Think about this. What is the number one barrier for you when it comes to a regular, consistent exercise program? Jot us a note in chat. What's your number one barrier, the number one challenge that you face on a regular basis? Stephanie said boredom. Yeah, that's a big one, big one. Kathleen, weather. I'd love to know where you're coming, Kathleen. Where are you from? Rachel said scheduling time. Good, good. Lack of time, procrastination. Good, Alex. Time. Yes, time is a big one. Getting started. Excellent. Keep them coming, guys. We really want to know. Motivation. That's a huge one. We're going to talk about that today. Getting started. Excellent, Crystal. And that's one of the reasons why, again, Alex and Stephanie and Crystal and Elijah and Lacers has put this program together for you to help us overcome these barriers. Did you guys know the number one barrier to a consistent, regular exercise program is the perception of lack of time and also motivation? They're very close as far as barriers, but we all have different barriers. We're going to talk about how to deal with those barriers, but let's just kind of talk through. When you think of exercise, I've shared this in the past. I think of Charlie Brown. I think of the teachers. Remember when the teachers would talk to them and want. And today, I don't want that to be the case for you guys. I don't want you feeling like, okay, it's just want. Sean's just like, we know. Well, let me ask you guys, how many of you believe you can say yes or no in chat. How many of you believe that exercise is good for you? Yes or no? How many of you believe that? Here they come. Yes. Come on. I don't know if there's going to be one no. And I'll give you an experiment today. Ask a few people in your family or friends, call them and say, hey, if I were to ask you if you believe is exercise good for you, like one of the best things for your health, one of the best things for your emotional well-being, do you believe that? And I would venture to say that we would see 90 to 100% of people saying, absolutely, I believe it. So why don't we do it? 70% of us, 70%, 7 out of 10 people in the United States are not moving enough to just maintain their present health, just to maintain it, not to improve it, to maintain it. So the majority of us are not moving. And as we'll talk about, our culture is set up to where we're sedentary most of our day. And especially with COVID, guys, it has impacted our movement throughout the day. And we're going to talk about that. Exercise, oftentimes we think of an event, something I do in the morning or something I do in the evening. I want you to throw that idea out the window. Actually, studies are showing now that's really not the way we should think of exercise. We should think of movement throughout our day. Did you know research is actually showing that the more you move throughout your day, so for example, if your profession was a postman, where you're walking around all day long. That's probably one of the healthiest jobs you could possibly have because you're moving all day long. Or a farmer, someone who's physically active throughout their day. Believe it or not, research is showing even if you were to exercise an hour a day in the morning, but you sat all day long, the risk factors still are significant for you because you're not moving throughout the day. So we got it wrong. My industry got it wrong where we started talking about move for 30 minutes, move for 60 minutes. Yes, that's helpful, definitely helpful, but we need to reframe exercise. We need to talk about, don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as movement. How can I move more throughout my day? Here's something to think about too, guys. A gentleman by the name of Dan Buettner, you may have heard of him. He wrote a book called The Blue Zones. And the Blue Zones, famous study where they've gone around the world looking at the healthiest areas in the world. For example, Loma Linda, California, is considered a blue zone. People are living long into their 90s and with actually many of them in their hundreds. So centurions, people getting to 100 years old. And you know what one of the main factors is that contributes to them living so long? And not just living long, living well. Do you know what it is? Movement. So it's not exercise necessarily, it's just moving more throughout our day. Now, I'll say this, we have to overcome some challenges because the way our days are structured, we're sitting a lot. And I'm going to talk about that. And let's talk about the impact of sitting. So we're not going to do the blah, blah, blah today. Not going to do that. We're not going to talk about that. And I know for most of us, we're spinning a lot of plates. You know, if you think about the analogy of a performer spinning plates and keeping all these plates up, kids and family, maybe it's grandkids that you're taking care of now, maybe taking care of parents, maybe taking, you know, again, other opportunities, work. Many of you are not working now, but what other things are taking your time? Helping friends, finances, service. There's so many things that we're doing, but here's my question. When you think of this metaphor, we're busy spinning all these plates, but what would happen if we were to stop spinning those plates? Or what would happen, better yet, if we were to get sick or if we were to have some downtime? What would happen to all of those plates? That's why I'm so proud of you guys that you're here today, because you're really doing something that's essential, and it's called self-care. Your greatest asset to a healthy and successful life is your health. Because if we don't have our health and our well-being and our fitness, what happens to those other areas? What happens to those plates? I mean, have you ever been sick for just a week with the flu or something? And it's all those plates are wobbling. It's tough to keep them up and moving, right? So let's talk about the importance of how do we invest in our greatest asset, which is our health and our fitness. I want to share with you today, we're going to be talking much more about this, is I created a workout called the 10-minute burst workout. It's basically a 10-minute workout that you can do anytime, anywhere. I'm going to unravel it for you. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of this together today. And literally what it is 4 sections, 4 minutes of what we call high energy aerobic training. I'm going to show you in just a moment how you can do that in your chair, standing, anywhere, you can do it. And then we're also going to talk about 3 minutes of resistance training. And I want you guys to know this. One of the most essential things for your fitness and your health is resistance training, is strengthening our muscles. Because when we, and I'm going to show you in a moment, when we lose our muscles, we slowly begin to lose our health. So even just 3 minutes of resistance training can dramatically impact your fitness. Well, I'm going to show you how just 2 minutes of core strengthening helps strengthen your abdominal muscles, your hips, and your lower back. And then 1 minute of deep breathing and stretching. I developed this program over 12 years ago. We wrote a book on it, and the impact, I want to show you just a couple of examples. I promise you, if you consistently follow this approach throughout your day, you're going to see amazing impact. And I'll show you how we're going to break it down. So here's an example, and I'm going to let you guys try this with me. So the first movement is what we call air boxing. So do me a favor, guys. Sit on the end of your chair right now. Just sit on the end of your chair. And I'm going to put you on gallery so I can see you guys. And if you want, put yourself on video so I can see you, okay? If you'd like to do that, just so I can watch it. As your trainer, let me be your trainer right now. All I want you to do is sit on the end of your chair, and I want you to make a fist. Just go ahead and make a fist with both hands, okay? And all I want you to do is just punch at the screen, just like this. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Good, Alex. I feel like your fists are coming in really close to me. Good job. Okay, now notice what you're doing just for a moment. Just this slight rotation. Do you notice how your body is rotating just a little bit from side to side? Now, as you're doing this, you're using your shoulder muscles, you're using your chest, but you're also using your core muscles as well. So nice and easy. Okay, great. Go ahead and stop. Now, that's a warm up. We're just kind of warming our body up. When we do heat training, what you want to do is you're going to go 30 seconds slowly, and then we're going to go 30 seconds quickly. Then we're going to go 30 seconds slowly, and then we're going to go 30 seconds quickly. Let me tell you why. This type of interval training dramatically impacts your metabolic health, your metabolism, your body's ability to handle energy. And Stephanie and I were talking about this. One of the important things
on this.
Oh, sorry, Selma. One of the most important things about movement is, I promise you this, guys, think about how you feel right now. How do you feel? How's your energy level? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. Is it a 1? Is it a 2? Is it a 3? I promise you, after we just do a minute to 2 minutes of this movement, watch how you feel. We're going to do an experiment. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. We're going to go 30 seconds slow. And then when I say go, I want you to go 30 seconds quickly. Okay? Are you up for it? Give me a thumbs up if you're up for it. Okay, staying in your chair. You're not going to go anywhere. I'm going to put on some fun music. You guys ready? And here's the other thing. You have to smile the whole time. Okay, you up for it? Thumbs up? Okay, here we go, guys. Nice and easy. Let's just get started with a little warm up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Good. Nice. Okay, keep it going, guys. Nice and easy. Just warm up. Get a little rhythm. Good. Nice job. 10 more seconds and we're going to go fast, okay? Good. Remember to smile. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Good, guys. Go for it. Good. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Keep it going. I'm going to watch you. Oh, my good God. Go, Carlos. Go, Robert. Go, Crystal. Go, Rachel. Go, Stephanie. Good job. 10 more seconds. Keep it going. Good job, guys. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Oh, my goodness. That was fantastic. Okay. How we doing? How we doing? Everybody okay? Here's the best part. Here's the best part. 1 minute of movement. Shoot a note to me in chat. How do you feel right now? Right now. Do you feel better? Do you feel a little bit more energy? What did you notice now? If you take a reflection, how do you feel right now? Love to have you shoot a note in chat. Energized. Kathleen said great. Alex said excited. Good. More energy. Excellent, Cynthia. Beautiful. What else? Shoot it in chat, guys. More energy. I love it. I love it. Feel my blood pumping, energy. Tanya said great. Excellent. Beautiful. Better. Bernadette, thank you. I love your word. Better. Waking up. Good. More energy. Clear. Blood pumping. Okay. How would you like to feel that every day? Forget the exercise. Let's talk about the benefit. 1 minute of movement that we just did together profoundly changes how we feel. I don't know about you guys, but the last year and a half, almost, it's been over a year and a half, right? It's been challenging. It's been tough. It's been so difficult for all of us. Being together like this, seeing each other, smiling and moving together, I think is probably the best therapy in the world. The best therapy. So, and here's something to think about, guys. If you've been feeling anxious, if you've been feeling depressed, if you've been struggling in any way emotionally, research shows by moving your body more frequently, you can significantly improve your mood. It's significantly, to the point where it's almost equal to antidepressants, which is amazing in the research. So I want to applaud you. So We're going to be doing that type of workout every week, but I want to show you just literally 1 minute of movement. That's what we call high energy aerobic training. I'm going to show you some other movements in just a minute, but do me a favor, give yourselves a round of applause. Well done, well done, well done. Good job. First move down. You guys are great. Okay. Now, there are many other movements that we're going to cover in our time together today. I'm going to show you a great exercise that is for your lower body. Simple movement. It's literally standing up and sitting down. We'll do that in a little bit. I'm going to show you some other movements that you can do on the ground or even standing. And then I'm going to show you some stretching movements. But here's what I want to tell you. You can do these types of movements throughout your day. Now, I don't know if you guys notice right now, as I'm talking to you, I spend my day on Zoom, much of my day. I was sitting for hours, you guys, hours in a chair, and it was destroying my fitness and my health. And here I am in the fitness world. This is what I do for a living. But as I became a writer, I started writing more, but it was really affecting my health significantly. So what I did, the first thing I did is I decided to go ahead and get a standing desk. Best investment I ever made. So $400. My desk moves up and down. But honestly, guys, I would highly recommend if you're used to sitting and working and doing whatever activity you may be doing. I know the majority of you are retired, but you may sit a lot. Think about changing one thing in your office or your area where you may be. Actually, just standing can significantly improve your fitness and your health. Just standing alone. And we'll talk more about that as well. So, well done, you guys. I'm very proud of you. Let's go into now talking about one of my favorite authors, and I want you to write this down because this author has really profoundly changed my perspective of training and fitness. So let me tell you a little bit about Miriam Nelson. She wrote a book called Strong Women Stay Young. And this book is not just for women, it's also for men. Because what she discovered, she was doing research on individuals that suffer from osteopenia, which is the precursor to osteoporosis, literally a whittling of our bone, our deterioration of our bone over time. And what she discovered was, if she were just to have people do a little bit of resistance training, a little bit of strength training, even just using their body weight, guess what happened? Every marker from their health and their fitness dramatically improved. And these were individuals in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. She even shared that there was a woman in particular that was using a walker, and that was the only way that she could move around the house. As she went through her strength training program, literally just a few days a week of just strength training, which I'm going to show you, she literally threw the walker away. She didn't have to use it anymore. Her muscles became strong enough to support her, and she could walk on her own with no support whatsoever with a walker, which is amazing. But she has a quote. I love this quote. She said, "Studies have shown unequivocally that strength training is a fountain of youth." All of us should be doing strength training. But here's the thought. Most of us think we have to go to the gym, we have to go to a fitness center, we have to use weights, and it's not true. I'm going to show you how just using your body weight can significantly improve your muscular strength and your fitness. And I'm going to show you how we can do that together. I love this quote too. She said this. She said, "There's no doubt that a woman of any age, whether she's 45, 65, or 95, can really turn back the biological clock with strength training." So here's the best part. We will become physically younger every time we move our body, which is really cool. And again, more importantly, we're going to feel better. And that's really the goal. That's what we want. We want to feel better. Okay, so can I show you another move, guys? What I want you to do is I want you to sit on the end of your chair. Go ahead and sit on the end of your chair. I'm going to get a different song for us. And all I want you to do is sit on the end of your chair, just like you see in this model, this young lady who's sitting. And I'm going to show you another movement that you can do. Super easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll be standing the whole time. All I want you to do is just to move your arms like as if you were walking or jogging in place. Nice and easy, just like this. Okay, go ahead and do that for me just right now so I can see you. Just watch you. Good job. Well done, Beverly. Good job, Alex. Good job, Carlos. Way to go, Rachel. That's perfect, Carmen. Way to go, Jeanette. Good job, Selma. Okay, good job. Put your camera on, guys, if you want me to see you and watch you. I can see you, Mary. There you go. Good, Marie. Good, Joyce. Nicely done. So again, just like our boxing movement, we're just going to warm up first. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And then when I say go, guys, I want you to actually go faster. Okay, not too fast, but I want you to move your arms faster. Okay, now to make this a little bit more of an aerobic activity, I want you to move your feet now as well. So go ahead and move your feet and move your arms at the same time, just like you're marching in place. Okay, now let's get a little music going. And remember, you got to smile the whole time. You ready, guys? Here we go. Get ready. Okay, get ready. Get ready, guys. Nice and easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. A little bit faster, guys. Go to it. Good, 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 good. Keep it going. Let me watch you. All right, Kathleen. That's it. Good job, Beverly. Good job, Alex. Good, Stephanie. Way to go, Crystal. Good, Rachel. I love it. You guys look great. Keep smiling the whole time, Selma. Good job, kid. Way to go. I love it. Good job, Jeanette. Good job, Carmen. Way to go, Mary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Good job, you guys. Well done. Now, another aerobic movement you can do in your chair, you guys, in your chair. So this is what I've done, and I want you to write this down. On my phone, every hour, I have an alarm that goes off to remind me to stand up or stay in my chair and just do that simple chair jogging motion. 30 seconds to a minute, you don't need to do any more. Literally 1 minute of movement, that's great. Every hour, ideally a minute, even just standing up and just stretching, which I'm going to show you, can be very beneficial. So what I'm going to teach you over the next few weeks is how to move more throughout your day. But you can also do it as a complete program as well. So I see a couple of thoughts coming here. Yeah, good. So when you guys are breathing, really important, when you're breathing, breathe naturally. Typically what you want to think of is inhaling through your nose. You can do this right now. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. That is generally the formal form of breathing that we should be involved in, but don't limit your breathing. If you even want to keep your lips a little open as you're breathing, the goal is to get as much oxygen as possible. Okay, very, very important. Way to go, you guys. Give yourself, again, a round of applause for a job well done. Okay, so we're doing great. We've got 2 aerobic movements down. Now, how are you feeling? How do you feel right now? Shoot me a note in chat. Do you feel warmer? Do you feel a little bit warmer, right? Do you notice your heart rate maybe elevated a little bit more? But you may notice this too. Do you notice that you have more energy right now? You're a little bit more awake. You're a little bit more alert. You feel maybe a little bit better. Here's the key. If that's only 1 minute of movement, what will happen if we do 5 minutes or 10 minutes? We're going to talk about that. Well done, you guys. Great job. Let's dive in. Okay, let's talk about a couple of other things that I want to show you and share with you. So simple chair jogging, and we're going to talk much more about other movements you can do. But let me just show you a couple of examples. Here's a gentleman. His name was Obi. Obi was struggling with his weight significantly, his health and his fitness. And he said, Sean, I don't like to exercise. And I said, Obi, forget about exercise. Let's move more. Let's move more throughout your day. And I told him this. I said, let's just try to move every hour. And he said, that's not going to help me. And guess what happened, you guys? Take a look at Obi now. This is Obi now. 80 pounds lighter, but forget about the weight loss. Look at his fitness. Now, this gentleman was in his late 30s, but the key is this. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I've had clients even in their 90s start training. It's never too late to start moving more frequently throughout our day. Here's the key about Obi. Obi started with 1 minute, and then it became 2 minutes, and then it slowly became 3 minutes. And I'm going to share with you in a moment, one of the key principles is to start small. That's the key, guys. If we start with 1 minute of movement, don't think about 30 minutes. Don't think about 60 minutes. Don't even go there. Let's talk about moving just for 1 minute. What can that do for us? Right? So Obi, and I want to show you some other folks. Look at these pictures, guys, of every individual that started fitness training with the burst workout. I want to show you this gentleman here, Mark Davis. So he lost over 40 pounds, but forget the weight loss. Not only does he feel better, here's the thing. He was in his late 40s, and what's interesting about Mark, he actually couldn't do 20 push-ups. He was not able to do 20 push-ups. After 12 weeks of just doing 1-minute movements to 2-minute movements to 3-minute movements, he was able to do over 85 push-ups. That's like a military 20-year-old strength. Now, again, that may not be your goal, but I just want to share with you, Mark went from really, for him, feeling like 20 push-ups is my max, to doing well over 80, almost 90 push-ups. That's a phenomenal amount of strength development in a short amount of time. So whatever your goals are, I promise you this, starting small can make a huge difference. But here's the question of the day, guys. What happens to our bodies when we're sitting too long? The average person sits generally anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. But because of COVID, we are seeing these numbers grow exponentially. We typically now, with our sleeping, we are sedentary well over 21 hours a day. So think of that, guys. 100 years ago, we wouldn't be having this discussion. We wouldn't be talking about exercise. You know why? Our whole day was movement. Our whole day was involved in activity. But now the majority of our time is spent sitting down. So one of my goals for you is just to help you stand up throughout the day. Even standing and doing some simple stretching, which I'm going to show you, can make a profound difference in your health and your well-being. And what is this doing to our health, guys? When we sit, and I want to say this more than anything else, if you accomplish just that goal of sitting less, you will feel better. I promise you that. And watch what happens. You can actually slow down the aging process. This is what happens as we get older. We lose our flexibility. We begin to lose that flexibility in our muscles. Our cardiovascular fitness begins to decline. Our coordination and strength go down. Our bone density begins to erode. And our body composition changes. And I want to say this. This is the truth. It's not because of aging, the general aging process. The aging process is accelerated if we're sedentary, if we sit too long. And I've shared this with you all, that there are other factors that are impacting your metabolism, your balance, your functional fitness. This all begins to change as we sit too long. I shared this with you all, I think, for a number of you. When I was injured in college, I was 18 years old. I injured my knee so badly that I had to have surgery. For 8 weeks, I could not move. I literally aged over 80 years in literally 8 weeks because I had that cast on my leg. I couldn't move it. I remember wanting to scratch my leg and I couldn't, so I'd get a stick or a hanger to scratch my leg. And then eventually I could put my hand down my cast. I could put my arm down my cast. Pretty soon I could get my arm all the way down to my ankle. My muscles had eroded, literally atrophied that much in 8 weeks. So what got me out of that? And here's the other thing too, guys. I was depressed. My metabolism changed. I gained weight. My fitness level plummeted in 8 weeks. And I was 18, 19 years old at the time. So I want to share that with you because we can actually reverse that by just moving more throughout our day. So let's dive in. I want to show you this picture. I love this picture. This is not my grandmother, but my grandmother was 94 years old when I injured my leg. Her legs look better than mine. Her legs were stronger than mine, and she was 94 years old. So age is not the issue. It's really being inactive. And we're going to get back to moving here in just a second. So let's start off with that questionnaire I was mentioning, guys. I want to give you a little quiz, and I want you to chime in on chat, but I want you to keep your score on a piece of paper, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions, and all I want you to do is I want you to answer with either 1 point, which would mean never. If you never would accomplish this, you would put down 1 point. Almost never, 2 points. Sometimes, if that would be your answer, would be 3 points. Fairly often would be 4 points. And then often, if you were to say yes to this question or statement, often you'd give yourself 5 points. Okay? So I don't want you to think too long and hard on the question. First thing that comes to your mind, just answer never, almost never, sometimes, fairly often, or often. Okay? Here we go. First statement. I sit less than 2 hours a day and move my body throughout the day. What would you say to that? Would it be never? 1 point. Almost never? 2 points. Sometimes 3 points. fairly often 4 points, and then often 5 points. Okay? And be as honest as you can with yourself, guys. This is really important. Allow me to be your trainer, and we're doing an assessment of your current activity level. That's really important that you're honest with yourself to see, where am I? So I sit less than 2 hours a day and move my body. Give yourself a score of 1 to 5 points. Number 2, I perform cardiovascular exercises such as walking or cycling or jogging or swimming or jumping rope at least 4 times a week. At least 4 times a week. Okay, go ahead and jot down again. Never would be 1 point, often would be 5 point, or somewhere in between. Okay, go ahead and give yourself a score. Number 3, I perform resistance training exercises such as push-ups or free weights or dumbbells or resistant bands at least 2 times a week. At least 2 times a week. Give yourself a score there. Again, 1 being never, 5 being often, or somewhere in between. Okay, doing good, guys. Number 4, I perform core exercises to strengthen my abdominal and lower back muscles, such as sit-ups or crunches at least 4 times a week. Give yourself a score. Okay, again, 1 to 5. Okay, good job. Again, don't think too much about it. Just go ahead and give yourself a score. And then number 5, I perform stretching exercises for my upper and lower body. Simple stretches, again, for your upper body, your lower body, at least 4 times a week. Give yourself a score there. Okay, 1 to 5. You doing good, guys? Okay, hang in there. We're almost there. Number 6. I look for ways to alter my current daily routine to experience more physical activity and exercise. Do you consciously look for ways to move more throughout your day? Give yourself a score. Never would be 1 point. 5 would be, often, 5 points. And then question number 7. Here's a big one. I enlist the support of others to enhance my personal motivation to move more and sit less. Do you ask other people to support you in helping you to move more throughout your day? Give yourself a score there. And then number 8, regular physical activity and exercise is something I enjoy and I look forward to. Again, is that never 1 point, or often would be 5 points, or somewhere in between? Give yourself a score there. Okay. And then number 9, we're almost done. Number 9, I consider my physical fitness to be good to excellent. Good to excellent. Where would you put your physical fitness? Good to excellent. And then number 10, I am physically active, exercising on a regular basis to improve my mood, strength, endurance, or flexibility. Give yourself a score. Okay? Well done. Good job, you guys. Now, all I want you to do is, and let me check on you all and see how you're doing. Do me a favor, add your scores up. Add your scores up. See where you are in your totality relating to those questions. Where are you? Okay? What I'd love for you to do, if you want to, go ahead and shoot your total score in chat. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, and we'll just take a look at it. Okay? Good job, Alex. Thank you. Right out of the block, Kathleen. Well done. Good job. And again, there's neither good nor bad. It's just where we currently are, and we all typically can find ways to improve it. Good, Marie. Good, Ben. Thank you, guys. Good job. Keep that score handy. Well done, Stephanie. Thank you, guys. Good job. Okay, keep them coming in. That's excellent work. As a trainer, I would always do a baseline assessment to see where you currently are. Where is your current fitness level? And we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks. But one thing I just want to share with you is just some general classifications. If you scored between 10 to 19, I'm really, really glad that you're here, because this is something that will dramatically change your fitness and your life, to be honest with you, your mood, your fitness, your physical fitness, your emotional fitness. If you're 20 to 30, you're already practicing some form of fitness, but it can be better. And we're going to show you how to do that. 31 to 40, you're skilled at fitness. And there may be some things that we can teach you over the coming weeks that will help you. If you're 41 to 50, oh my goodness, you're going to help me coach. You're going to be one of my co-trainers to help me. But here's the thing, guys, wherever you are, we all can improve this. We all can change our fitness level. So let's dive into the first principle, step number 1. And I want you to write this down. And we're going to talk much more about this in the coming weeks. How can we make fitness effective? How can we make fitness work? this is what I want to tell you. Make fitness simple. Make fitness simple. How do we do that? And I'm going to show you in just a moment, but I see a question here. Hang on one second. I see someone's hand up, but I can't read your name.
It's me, Carmen.
Oh, Carmen, hi.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, well, want to say it was your first question about do you sit more than 2 hours or however many times you move? I thought for me that was kind of awkward, like trying to figure out how to answer.
Yes.
Because I do move and exercise and everything a whole lot, but there is, cool down period. So if you do add up, maybe slowing down in the evening to watch news or something, you are going to sit more than potentially more than 2 hours.
Sure.
But I've already gotten 12 hours of stand time or exercise and movement. So I didn't quite know how to answer that particular question.
No, it's a very, very good question. So what research is showing is that typically when we're sitting for long durations, even when we're leisurely sitting, and generally when we're watching television, we could be sitting for 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours at a time. What the research is showing is even moving during that time. So ideally every hour would be the goal. So this is one thing we're going to talk about. In fact, you're leading right into it, Carmen. How do we make fitness simple? Think about every hour standing up and just moving, not exercising per se, not getting sweaty, not raising our heart rate to a level where we are used to thinking about exercise. We're just talking about simple movements, which I'm going to show you. So the latest research is showing that even though we may be active like an hour before the day starts, like in the morning or an hour in the evening, or we go for a long walk, the latest research is showing that we literally want to break up those sitting periods. If they're ideally past that 2-hour mark, once we hit that 2-hour mark. So the general rule of thumb is to think about ideally every hour, just standing up, even if it will be for 30 seconds to a minute, can be profoundly impactful on your health and your emotional well-being as well. Does that help, Carmen? I hope that helps. Good.
Okay, so now, so the understanding is that we should not sit 2 consistent straight hours, that there should be some movement at least once an hour until you fall asleep.
Great example. So Carmen, here may be something helpful too. What you just said is exactly right. Researchers are saying that even when you hit a commercial in a television show, that's a good time to stand up and just do a little bit of movement.
Okay.
So generally your commercial time frame is going to be 3 minutes. If we got into the habit of this, and guys, here's the challenge. And I know many of you may be thinking this. It's like, wow, that seems like crazy. Like I'm so used to sitting for long periods of time, like a football game. Like I'll love to watch a 3-hour football game. But what if we got, I love what Kathleen said, walk to the refrigerator? Well, there you go, Kathleen. That's really good. But just getting up and doing that little bit of movement, metabolically, health-wise, is one of the best things that you can do. So how do we make fitness simple? Here's how we make it simple. Moving for 1 minute increases our what's called self-efficacy. This idea that, oh, I can do that. 1 minute of movement is a lot easier than 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And I love this, guys. A little exercise is so much better than no exercise. And when we say exercise, I'm talking movement, right? Just movement. And I see somebody had another question there. Yes, I see. I'm sorry, I don't see your name there, and I see your hand up. Hang on 1 second. You were showing me your Apple Watch there. Was that?
Oh, Carmen? That's me, Carmen.
Carmen.
I have it going right now.
Oh, beautiful, Carmen. Awesome. Got it. Yeah, so a little bit of exercise, a little bit of movement is better than no movement. So let's talk about this. Let's go back to our workouts. Doing that chair jogging, even though you're still seated, is considered movement, is definitely considered movement. Just even though we're seated in our chair, we're still moving. That's really beneficial to our body. It's just keep moving throughout the day. Absolutely. So we did our chair movement. Let me show you another one, guys. I'm going to have you stand up. And I think for some of you, I've shown you this. This is what we've discovered. What if every time you brushed your teeth, you did a simple movement like a standing balance? Go ahead and stand up from your chair. And I'm going to turn off screen just so I can see y'all. And I want to make sure that you can see me. All I want you to do is stand next to your chair. And if you want, you can even put your hand on your chair for balance. Okay. And what I want you to do, guys, is I just want you to think about bringing your knee up just a little bit off the ground. Just raise your foot off the ground. Take a look at me, just a little bit off the ground, okay? You can place your hands on your hips if you want to. You can place your hand on your chair. Just hold that position just for a moment. Just balance yourself. Just foot off the ground, maybe 3 inches. Good. Switch legs, other side, same thing, just opposite side. Good job. Well done. This is movement. This is physical activity. Now, let's make it a little bit more challenging if you want to. If you can, take your hands and hold them up here. Just like I'm saying, put your hands up, right? Just here. And then raise that knee up just a little bit. Again, be careful. If you feel unstable, you can keep that hand on your chair. Not a problem. Good job. Switch legs. Same thing, opposite leg, just balancing yourself. This, guys, this movement that you're doing strengthens your core, your abdominal muscles, your hips, and your lower back. Now, go ahead and lower your leg down. One more. This time, if you'd like to, raise one hand above your head, all the way above your head, or both hands above your head, and raise your foot up. Again, 3 inches off the ground, just a little bit off the ground. Good job. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well done. Alex, that's perfect. Good job. Stephanie, well done. Good job, you guys. Perfect. Switch legs now. Other side, same thing. Raising above the head. Oh my goodness, you guys. So this is what we're talking about. This is the type of activity during our TV time, standing up even for 30 seconds. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Way to go, you guys. Have a seat. High five. Way to go. Okay, so if we want to make fitness simple, this is how we do it. Every time you brush your teeth, we're going to do a balance movement. Every time we're sitting down watching television and a commercial comes on, we're going to do a balance movement. That's how we want to make fitness super, super simple. Now, let me share a couple other things, guys. What's the best exercise for you? What is it? It's the one you'll do. And the one you'll do is typically the easier ones. And that's what we want to do. We want to make them easy and simple. Now, here's a fun one. I love this. I love this movement. In fact, I'm going to have you stand up again if you guys don't mind. And you're probably thinking, gosh, Sean, you just told me to sit down. But here's the thing. That was on purpose. Now you're sitting down. Now you're standing up. That's movement. Go ahead and stand up. I love this activity. I love this. I'm going to show you how to do some simple rope jumping. Some of you who've been in our live seminars have done this with us. I'm going to put on some fun music. And this is all I want you to do. I want you to pretend you have a rope in your hands. You have 2 rope handles. Put the rope behind you. Now, this is all I want you to do, guys, is make a rotation, but come up on the balls of your feet. You're not going to jump. You're not going to jump. Just come up on the balls of your feet. That's it. 1 rotation and down. 1 rotation and down. Good. 1 rotation and down. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do. Don't jump. Just come up on the balls of your feet and then back down. Let's try it again. A little bit faster, though. A little bit faster. Good job, you guys. Excellent. You're not jumping, just coming up on the balls of your feet. Excellent. Okay, let me put on some fun music so you guys can do this together. Let's do 30 seconds of this, and let's remember to smile the whole time. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Nice and easy. Good. Remember to smile. You can go from side to side. Good, guys. Oh, my goodness. Alex, way to go, buddy. Good job, Carmen. Way to go, Stephanie. Way to go, you guys. Keep it up, Rachel. Go, Robert. Good, Selma. You can do it in your chair. Good, Sylvia. Nice and easy, guys. 10 seconds. Keep it going. Go to side to side. Good work. Good job. Nice and easy. Way to go, you guys. Way to go, Rhonda. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Carlos, way to go, buddy. Way to go, Joyce. Give yourself a high five and a round of applause. Way to go. Way to go. Now, here's my question for you. I love that movement. It's one of my favorite movements. What if you did that movement and we trained ourselves? It's going to take time, guys. Please know this. It's not going to happen automatically. It's not going to happen like we're going to just get this and we're going to move every hour. I'm going to show you over the coming weeks how you're going to make this a part of your life. And we're going to do an experiment. Watch what happens to your mood, your fitness, your health in just 6 weeks. We're going to talk about that. But I want to give you guys a big round, give yourselves a round of applause for that. That was excellent. You all did so well. And it's always fun for me to see how you're doing. Stephanie, for some reason, my share screen, or Elijah, my share screen's disabled. So if I can get that back, that'd be awesome.
Please try again, Sean.
There we go. Yep, I got you, bud. Thank you. Okay. We're going to come to questions in just a little bit, guys. I want to show you just a couple other things. So number one, make fitness simple. Number two is make fitness intentional. How do we do that? How do we make fitness intentional? I want to be honest with you guys. If we're not intentional about our movement, it's probably not going to happen. I hate to say that. The reason why is we live in a culture where we're not on a farm. It's not built into our day. We don't even think about it. I mean, even today, as we're talking about it, for some of you, this may be the first time it's like, I've never thought about my sitting habits. Do I sit too much? And how is that impacting me? I realized it, like I shared, when I was writing a book. I was writing a book about fitness, and I'm sitting all day long. And I realized I needed to get up and move more. It's crazy to think about. But how do we make fitness intentional? I'm going to teach you over the coming weeks how to make fitness intentional. Stephanie's laughing at me. How do we make fitness intentional? What if we were intentional about our movement before the day even started? What if we were to share what if I said to Alex, hey, Alex, I'm going to make it a goal today. Like every hour or every other hour, I'm going to move for 1 minute. And I'm going to check in at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you how I did. That would probably help me a lot. What if every week we got together as a group and we talked about our fitness goals and we shared how many days we're going to move, even just 10 minutes a day? What if we shared those goals with each other? Would it make an impact? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is a principle that we've discovered, making fitness intentional. So one exercise I want you to think about, and I asked a client of mine to do this. I asked her literally, let's not even talk about exercise. I want you to think about this, guys. And in chat, I'd love to have you chime in. What would be the benefits to you if you were to move more on a regular basis? What impact would it have on you? Just shoot a note in chat. What impact do you think it would have if you were to move regularly over the next 6 weeks throughout your day and you sit less? Let's say you're normally sitting 10 hours a day. What if you were to sit 6 hours a day or 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day? What impact would that have on your body, your mind, and your fitness? I'd love to see your answers. Stephanie said it would change my life. Yep, for the better. I agree, Stephanie. Loss of belly fat. Absolutely. Research shows that it affects our stress and our body's ability to handle fat. Slow the aging process. Good job, Laura. Yep, improve my overall health. Well done, you guys. These are all excellent. And then here's another question to think about. Shoot it in chat. What benefits would your family have, or your friends, or those around you, if you were to move more and just be physically more active? What impact would that have on other people? That's a powerful question. And I'd love for you to put that in chat for me. My friends hate me. I hope not, Kathleen. I hope that's not true. Good for mental health, yes. And when we're feeling better, everybody feels better, right? Loss of weight, yes, good. They'd move more too. That is so true. You may find over the next few weeks that as you move, they'll move. They would worry less about me. Oh, it's so good, Bernadette. So good. My mom's 92. And I'm thankful that my mother has stayed active her whole life. And get this, you guys. My mom hated exercise. And she started to move more frequently, literally in her late 50s. Motivate them, more energy and strength. This is so good, so good. So how do we make fitness intentional? That's really important. And we're going to talk about that in the coming weeks. But literally writing down literally the time and the time of day that you're planning to move. So if it's in the morning, we're going to write that down. If it's in the afternoon, we're going to write that down. If it's in the evening, we're going to write that down. Or maybe throughout the day. Really, really helpful activity. We're going to be spending more time on that. So here's the question of the day, guys. Really, what's the best exercise? It's the one we'll do. It's the one that we'll do. So what do you enjoy? What makes you smile? What do you look forward to? You don't have to answer these now, but in the coming weeks, we're going to uncover that. We really want to find activity that we like. If you like to dance, turning on some music every hour and just doing a little bit of dance movement could be really, really beneficial to your physical and emotional well-being. It really can. So because of time, I'm going to move on, but here's the key takeaway, guys. Physical motion dramatically impacts our emotion. We're going to feel better. That's the truth. We're just going to feel better. 2 more principles, and then I'm going to get to Q&A, guys, because I want to talk to you. How do we make fitness work? Step number 3, and many of you know, those of you who went through our purpose training, you know, we need to make fitness meaningful. We need to find a way to connect to our bigger purposes, not just to lose weight. The question would be, why lose weight? It's not just to feel better. The question is, why feel better? What is the greater purpose and meaning behind our lives? We want to connect to that. I've shared with some of you my story about Frank. Frank was a Vietnam veteran, and he did not want to live anymore. He literally told me that. He told me, he goes, Sean, I don't care about exercise or eating well. And he said, the reason why is I know I'm slowly killing myself and I don't care. For Frank, it took months for him to uncover his reason for moving more and sitting less. And it was his daughter. His daughter, actually, he said to me, he goes, Sean, I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. So I want to be around to be there for my daughter. Over the coming weeks, I want to help you connect your greater sense of meaning and purpose to your movement. It's essential that we do that. We're going to be talking much, much more about that. So here's the question to think about, guys. What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel good? Like that jump rope activity. Did it make you feel alive? Did it bring you back to your childhood when you loved to move? And guys, think of this. When we were young, no one told us to move. We did it naturally. We were designed to move. We actually were designed to move. Our bodies are designed to move. So think of movement as play. How can I play more? How can I have recess throughout my day? I'm going to be showing you that over the coming weeks, how you can make recess a part of your day. So what's your why? We're going to uncover that over the next 6 weeks. We're going to talk about you're really connecting to your why. Crystal asked that question, your why. What is your why? What's your greater sense of meaning and purpose in life? When your feet hit the floor every morning, you want to think about, what's my why? Really, what is my greater sense of purpose and meaning? And connecting my movement to that is essential. And we're going to talk a lot about that in the coming weeks. So can I show you one more movement, guys? One more simple move. Go ahead and stand up. I want you to take a look at this picture. And this is what's called a static lunge. Now you'll notice this young lady, she's holding one hand on a chair and she's down in almost a full lunge. I'm not going to ask you to do that. All I want you to do is go ahead and stand up from your chair, place your hand on a chair just to support your weight. And then what I want you to do, guys, I'm going to bring my camera down so you can see me. I want you just to put one foot in front of the other leg is going to be back. And all I want you to do is place your hands down by your side and just go down a little bit, like 3 inches, just 3 inches. And just hold it there. Don't move. Just stay right there. Okay, just stay in that position. We're going to hold that position for approximately 15 seconds. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Same thing. Other side. Just a little bit of a bend. We're going to put our leg back. Let me show you a little bit more so you can see my hold. 1 foot in front of the other leg out, and just come down a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, 3 inches down, not a very long bend. And you're going to hold that for 5 more seconds. Let me see your form, guys. Good job. Eyes up. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead. Chest is down. Shoulders relaxed. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. That is what's called a static lunge. In other words, let me show you. Don't do this, but let me show you. You're typically used to seeing somebody doing a lunge like this, right? This is a moving lunge. A static lunge is where we want to start, where we're not moving, we're just staying in the same position the whole time. And that's what I want to train you with. I want to start you off very simply, and that's a movement. Say you're watching television or doing some work on your computer, and it's been 2 hours that you've been sitting. You could stand up and still be on the phone and do a static lunge. The reason why this exercise is so good, guys, it works your leg, your quadricep, the back of your leg, your hamstring, and the gluteus maximus. It's a phenomenal exercise. and it's called a static lunge. And so I want you to know, and give yourself a round of applause for doing that. Well done, well done. But even doing 15 seconds on each leg is a good start. So go ahead and have a seat. Way to go, way to go. You guys are doing great. And I'm almost time for Q&A here. You're doing great. Carmen's still moving. Way to go, Carmen. So making it simple, making it easy, a simple burst move is all you need. Really our next principle that's so important. We need to learn how to make fitness connected. How do we make fitness connected? This is what I want to do for you guys over the next 6 weeks. I have a group of buddies that I exercise with. And if I don't exercise with them because of COVID, I was working out in my garage, exercising throughout my day, I check in with them. This is Joe, Jim, and John. I check in with these buddies, high school buddies, college buddies, and everybody's at a different fitness level. But checking in and just seeing, how'd it go today? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Honestly, guys, I think this is one of the most essential elements behind fitness. If we created a community at Lacers where we're encouraging each other, we're supporting each other, like the fitness center that I go to, if I'm not there, or this is before COVID, people would actually call me and say, hey, are you okay? We hadn't seen you in the gym in a while. I was on a trip or something. That is community. We want to create that where we have that support with one another. And we're gonna actually be doing that together, which will be fun. So my last movement for you. I told you already I was sitting down writing about the dangers of sitting disease. And the only way I discovered this, guys, is I found myself doing this movement. And this is all I want you to do. Go ahead and stand up from your desk, wherever you are, or stand up just for a moment. Go ahead and stand up. Good job. I know you're gonna hate me after this, I think. Have a seat again. Go ahead and sit down. I know you guys are, Stephanie's already shaking her head. Go ahead and stand up again. You're doing good. Good job. Nice and easy. Voss is saying, oh my gosh, sit down again. Sit down. You're doing great. You're doing great. Stay with it. Now, notice, I don't know if you guys can see Crystal. Crystal's doing this, but you don't have to. You can put your hands in front of you. So what I'm asking you to do is your hands can be in front. You're going to sit down, and then you're going to stand back up. Try that. Go ahead. Now, be careful. If it's too hard, you can put your hand on a chair or a desk. Good job. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. You guys are doing great. So what you're doing, what Stephanie's doing is lowering down and standing up. Lowering down and standing up. Even just doing that 10 times. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Silva, good job. Rhonda, oh my goodness. Way to go, Beverly. Okay, now you can sit. Now you can sit. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Here's the key, guys. If you just did 10 squats, that's a great exercise, by the way. And that's something. What if during your day, you just did 10 squats? Like every hour of your day, you just did 10 squats. At the end of your day, that's 80 squats. 80 squats, you guys. That as a trainer, if I were to say to you, hey, can you do 80 squats for me right now? You probably would go, no way. That's a lot. My legs are going to hurt. I'm going to be sore. But doing them throughout your day, like by the kitchen, you're doing the dishes and you're just doing a few squats, right? You're on the phone, you're talking to your family, you're on the phone and you're just doing a few squats, right? That's the way we want to think. That is going to prolong and improve our health dramatically. High five, you guys. Way to go. That was great. Great job. Okay, now let's get to Q&A after. Let me just share a couple things. So we are going to show you how you can do simple moves throughout your day, or you can literally do a 10-minute routine all at once. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. Every week, I'm going to show you a new workout of the week that you can do. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. By the way, for those of you that don't know this, my first client, Doreen came to me with all these health issues, blood pressure, cholesterol. She was really going the wrong direction. And the blessing is Doreen is still with us. In fact, Doreen is very close to me. She's my mother. As I mentioned, she's 92 years old. Here's a more recent picture of my mom. Honestly, you guys, and this is my son, Joel, my daughter, Brooke. My mom started to move, simply move more and sit less. And she is so healthy as a 92-year-old, not just physically, mentally. And this is important. We literally improve our brain health by moving more. Today, just coming today, you've improved your brain health. You've improved your body health. You've improved your physical well-being, your emotional well-being. It's unbelievable. So I want you to know I'm so, so proud of you. I know Alex and Stephanie and everybody is. So before we go to Q&A, let me just share with you really quickly. We want to introduce to you, and by the way, all of you are invited to join us in our 6 weeks of training together. We're going to be doing a 40 days to fitness that works training. And every week we're going to connect live like this every Tuesday. And in fact, we want to invite all of you to really, I'm going to help you over the next 6 weeks, sit less. That's one of my main goals for you. Move more and ultimately thrive. These are the 3 goals that we all have, that Lacers has for you. And we're going to show you how to improve your health and well-being. Every week, this is what we're going to do. Starting next Tuesday, guys, we're going to get together on Zoom, just like we are right now. And we're going to be a private group. We're going to just be Lacers and just us working together. And we're going to meet, it'll start next week at 9 a.m. sharp. We'll be right at 9 a.m. Make sure you're there. I'll be there 10 minutes before. So if you want to come in and chat, you can come chat with me 10 minutes before the session. Every week, if you attend every session, you have a wonderful gift coming your way from Lacers. Stephanie and the team have put together a beautiful gift. What's that, Stephanie? Sorry, are you going out there?
That's Cheryl Lynn. She's breaking
Yeah,
up.
that's the feedback.
Oh.
Is that a health thing? I thought it was 1 week. Maybe it's I don't know.
Moment. Okay.
Go
Oh,
ahead,
good.
Tom.
Okay, Sherilyn, we'll come back to your question there. I'm sorry, couldn't hear you. Every session, if you complete every session, and the sessions won't be long, we're going to be roughly 30 to 45 minutes in that time frame. They're going to be a lot of fun. And let me tell you what we're going to do. Every session, we're going to talk about our wins for the week. We're going to talk about what we did well. We're going to talk about the little bit of movement that I incorporated into my day. We're going to talk about what accomplishments we realized every week together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get to know each other. And we're also going to move together. And this is going to be a lot of fun. A little bit like we did today, but I'm going to give you a 10-minute routine, 10 minutes. And I want to modify it because some of you may have knee issues or back issues or other issues that we need to be aware of. But every week, I'm going to give you a new movement burst workout of the week. Every week. It'll be a fun, new movement you can do. And the fun part about it, guys, is this. Not only are we going to do it together so I can see your form and give you some tips and ideas, you're also going to have access to see it in a PDF format. And this is even better. I'm going to show you in a full body video because today you may have had a hard time seeing my full movement. I'm going to show you exactly what the movements look like. We won't be doing this particular movement, by the way, but just to let you know, a lot of movements are in your chair. A lot of movements are super, super easy because we want to start simple and then progress. And I'm going to show you that every week. And I'm also going to share with you what I'd recommend for you for the week. I'm going to give you a little schedule. Now, you don't have to follow it verbatim, but it'll be just recommended, some information that will be helpful for you. So we really want to make this super easy for you. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So along with that, to make it really fun, we're going to have a private Facebook group. So every day, if you'd like to, and I would suggest you do this, you can write down your weekly goals. You can even share like, hey guys, I'm going to do my burst training every day this week. And you're going to put it out there on Facebook. Now, guess what you just did? Now you're going to get the support of the community. And we're all going to check in with you and see how did it go? And here's the thing. We're going to give ourselves grace. We're going to support each other. We're not going to have perfect weeks. But here's the best part. If we're just moving a little bit more than we did yesterday or the day before, we're on the right track. We're on the right track. So we're going to be able to share our weekly goals, our daily goals. We can share our progress with each other on our private Facebook page. And here's the best part. We're going to be able to give each other encouragement and support. This is critical. So the next 6 weeks together, guys, in my opinion, is not only going to be physically and emotionally helpful, it literally can change the direction of maybe where our health may be going right now. And I'm really excited about that. Really excited to work with you guys on that. Here's just a few pictures of some folks that have been through this training. Oh my gosh. so many people have started doing like 5Ks. They were completely sedentary, and they all signed up to do a 5K together. Just unbelievable stories. So I'm going to end it with that, Stephanie, and let you chime in and Q&A time. So I think we got about 15 minutes or so.
Yes, thank you so much, Sean. I really enjoyed that. That was a nice, simple way to interject movement throughout our day. I'm definitely going to be doing that. And setting my alarm every hour is so motivating this morning. But just to clarify for everyone, be sure if you're not already on the Lacers Well Facebook subscription, log into your Facebook and subscribe to Lacers Well, and we'll accept your subscription if you haven't already. That's a great way to stay connected throughout the week between your training sessions. And when you post to Facebook, we're going to be doing a drawing, and you can be entered in for opportunity drawings for some gift cards. Yay. So don't miss out on that. And as Sean indicated, it's a 6-week virtual training like this that starts on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. It is going to be a different link than this. We will be sending out an email to you all today, and it will contain all the Zoom link information. So I really advise you, when you get the email, make sure you click on the link and save it to your calendar so you don't forget each week on Tuesday at 9. And anyone at the conclusion of the training sessions, anyone that has perfect attendance, you're going to get some swag from Lacers Well. So looking forward to sending out all the gifts of perfect attendance, because as Sean indicated, commitment is the key, consistency is the key to greater health and wellness. So I'll give it back over now to Elijah to start our Q&A.
Great, Sean, that was amazing. We have some questions. We're going to start with Kathleen H, and I'm going to ask you to unmute, Kathleen.
Thank you, Elijah. I actually have 3, but I'll ask the one most pertinent. I've been using 5-pound weights, and since my gym opened, I wanted to graduate to 8 pounds, but my fingers got bruised. You know, I have a little arthritis, but my fingers got black and blue. Is that because of the weight? What should I do?
You know, one thing, Kathleen, I'd recommend is, you may have seen them. There are weightlifting gloves that often people use, and they're wonderful for extra padding. So I don't know if you can see on my hands. Unfortunately, from all the years of training, I have calluses on my hands. So I have like a built-in pad on my hand. So I don't recommend that. So getting a nice pair of weight gloves, you can get them at Big 5, Amazon.com. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, anything, but if you have any problems, Kathleen, let me know. I can shoot you over some information on just some simple, nice weight gloves. Will take away that problem really easily.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Great to see you.
Was that it, Kathleen? Do you have anything else in that on the list?
Okay, if you're going to give me the time.
Yeah, please.
I learned recently that pomegranate juice reduces the belly fat, as well as cleansing your arteries.
Well, you know, yeah. Sorry, Kathleen. Sorry to interrupt you.
Is that true? Like, I've been drinking it for the past week.
Yeah, there's really good research on grapefruit and lemon, believe it or not, guys. If you want to, and we'll talk more about this in our coming weeks. One of the best ways to start your morning is what is called a lemon grapefruit flush. And so basically anywhere from 8 to 12 ounces of water, adding a lemon and a grapefruit to it, and pomegranate also. That's another one. I'm not as familiar with pomegranate as I am lemon and grapefruit. And just by drinking that, guys, is one of the best ways to detoxify your system. And it's actually a phenomenal way to start your morning and to hydrate. And if you can get into the habit of that, that's what I do. I fill up my water, add my lemon, add grapefruit, even just lemon. I have a lemon tree. I literally, take my lemon juice, pour it right in. It's a phenomenal way to start the morning. And so I'm, again, not as familiar with pomegranate, but definitely grapefruit and lemon The two combined and or just lemon is very beneficial.
Well, my problem was that if you have clogged arteries, I don't have clogged arteries, I hope,
Right.
it will dissolve the clogging in your arteries. So I don't know if that's unique to pomegranate juice,
I'll have to
but
look at
I'm
that.
going to try it.
I'll check that out for you, Kathleen. I've not heard of that research, but definitely worth looking into. There's no question that most of us are dehydrated. We're not getting enough fluid throughout our day. So one of the best things you can do to start your morning is to, as I see Elijah drink some water right now, is really making sure, guys. So for me, here's another habit. And can I say this? For most of us, we just have to change our environment. Like for me, I literally get going so fast. If I don't fill this up in the beginning of the day, I find myself not drinking much water. So this literally has to sit on my desk for me to remember, Sean, you need to drink 2 of these a day, at least 2 of these a day. And so I start my morning with a cup of coffee. So you know what I do? I put this right next to our coffee maker because I don't miss my coffee. That's my habit, right? And that's what I want to teach you guys. That's an anchor habit, what we call an anchor habit. Every morning is a cup of coffee. So I thought, I'm going to put my water bottle right next to the coffee maker. So I have to see it. And so before I drink my coffee, I fill my water up, get my lemon, add that grapefruit, and then just have that water ready to go. And then it sits on my desk all day long. And it calls to me, Sean, you need to drink, right? So we need to set up more of our environment like that. So I hope that helps, Kathleen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. Now we have a question from Jeanette Allen. Hey, Jeanette, let's ask you to unmute and please join the group with your questions.
Hi, I was wondering if you have any exercises that help slow down the problems with arthritis.
Yeah, Jeanette, I'm so glad you brought that up. So with arthritis and with any itis, bursitis, for example, think of itis as inflammation. And one of the things Kathleen even brought up, one of the beautiful things about starting your day with hydration and lemon water.
Hydration, pani wala piyo.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah, no worries, no worries. Starting your day with really detoxifying your system is one of the best ways internally to help with inflammation and arthritis. But believe it or not, movement has also been found to be very beneficial. But there is a fine line, right? As you know, Jeanette, that if we go too hard and too far, it's going to increase the inflammation. It's going to affect us, and we're going to experience the negative effects of movement. And then literally there's a positive way to move our body to where it really increases the blood flow, but decreases the inflammation. And there's that magic movement. And that's what I really like about simple movements throughout your day, little movements. Because sometimes if we go too hard and too fast, like we all have a tendency to do, how many of you have done this? We haven't exercised in a long time, and then we go on a walk, or we go on a hike, or someone says, hey, you want to come do something? And many times people call this weekend warriors, right? Like we don't move all week, and then on the weekend we just go crazy. That's when injuries happen. That's when we begin to experience the effects of really greater inflammation. And so, Jeanette, honestly, movement is one of the best things for arthritis. But with that said, we have to be careful and continue to monitor it, so we're not doing too much to where it kicks you into greater inflammation. So I hope that helps. But I really believe this type of movement we're doing is simple, it's gentle, and it's just the type of activity that we need to help us wake our joints up. I like to tell people this. You guys remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Remember the Tin Man? Do you remember where he was stuck and locked up and he couldn't move, right? Until Dorothy came with what, right? The oil can. Remember he was saying, oil can, oil can. And then all of a sudden, she put the oil can, she started spraying the oil on him. All of a sudden, he could move freely, right? Movement is the oil can. So if we want to help our arthritis, our bursitis, gently moving, stretching, Jeanette, specifically, stretching movements, deep breathing movements, gentle activity, that's the kind of activity that we want to start with. Little bit of activity will increase the blood flow, diminish the inflammation. And then again, we want to really monitor it. So Jeanette and anybody else that may have some arthritis, we really want to pay attention to that throughout our training together. So let me know how you're doing throughout your training.
Okay, my question, Sean, is last month, I started a program where I was going to get on the treadmill every day. And so I've been pretty good. I felt really good about it. I saw results where I was sleeping better. My heart rate had gone down. So I felt really good. But coming into this month, it seems like my right shaft is on my foot is bothering me where I can't get on the treadmill, and I'm really disappointed. So what is a remedy for that?
So a couple things you really want to look at, Beverly, is your shoes. And I would encourage all of you, take a look at your tennis shoes. And if they're over a year old and you've been using them quite a bit, you probably need to get a new pair of tennis shoes. And especially if you're more active, we always want to start with the bottom of the chain. Generally, if we have knee problems, back problems, it's associated with our feet oftentimes, believe it or not. And again, going back to an itis, as we were just talking about with Jeanette about arthritis, plantar fasciitis, the bottom of the foot, the plantar fascia, that actually become inflamed. And oftentimes it's due to not enough support with the shoes that we're wearing. So what I would highly recommend is to take a look at your tennis shoe, Beverly. And I would encourage you, and let's talk about that. Do you have a pretty good pair of tennis shoes that you're using?
Well, yeah, actually I went to New Balance,
Okay,
which has padding as well.
Good.
But it's the upper part of my foot. It's the shaft part, which is to me kind of weird.
So near the toe section, are you experiencing?
No, across from the ankle.
Okay, good. So generally what you're experiencing is, I don't know how your stride is and how you're stepping, but that's one of the things you want to look at. And this is interesting, guys. When you're walking or anytime we're doing any kind of movement, we've developed movement patterns, the way that we move, and we don't see ourselves moving. And unfortunately, again, there's this chain reaction. So one of the things I'm going to be doing with you when I watch you in your activity, the reason why when I train with you each week, I'm going to watch you move. And I really want you to keep your video on when we do our training together so I can see you moving. And so one of the things, Beverly, that I would encourage you to do, there are a few locations like Snail's Pace. I don't know if you have them out by you guys. I can look online to see what's around you. There are many shoe stores, active shoe stores, that actually do a gait analysis for free. They'll watch you move and they'll tell you like, you know what? You're really pronating. You're really inverting. So we need to give you a different style of shoe that works with your foot. So it's a very common issue. I would recommend, though, seeing your physician just to talk to them first. We don't want to exacerbate any pain. And guys, I want to say that too. This is a good reminder for all of us. When you're moving your body, you want to make sure that you're able to move your body. I'm going to be talking to you about that next week, being really safe, being very careful. And we're going to be doing a lot of easy movements, stretching movements, light activity. And so, but I would definitely encourage you to seek medical advice if it's continued for some time now.
You've worked hard for those benefits as a retiree. Seek help from a specialist in foot problems, a podiatrist specifically, if you're having any foot problems. So I really encourage you I think someone mentioned the Good Feet store. It's extremely expensive out of pocket. And so I would seek medical assistance first before you spend out of your pocket with the Good Feet store.
And if I can just add something as well, Stephanie, really quick. I'm back, by the way. Yeah, like, and I don't know if this was already discussed, sorry, but like, I know my father has recently started some physical therapy. And so through his health plan, he's able to see a physical therapist and work on movements that he can do to build strength in areas where he needs it. And so, definitely look to that and you could always work with a physical therapist on some movements.
Definitely. So good.
We have another question from Crystal.
Okay, yes, I wanted to ask about Charlie horses.
Yeah.
And certain ways that there's been times when I've stretched certain ways or lunged, you feel the pulling in your leg muscle, and then all of a sudden you get a Charlie horse and it start locking up and hurting you. Why do we get those? And
Good question, Crystal. That is a good one. And I can ask, how is your hydration, Crystal? How do you do when it comes to drinking water?
okay, I got it. That's the answer, because I'm not hydrated.
It's so common.
I need
It's
to
not-
put water bottles all over the place to remind me to drink.
It's not uncommon. Typically, calcium, magnesium, potassium are the minerals that are lacking, and our body generally goes into a cramp. And it's very uncomfortable. It's very painful. I mean, some of us have experienced it when we're sleeping and we move wrong, and oh my gosh, our back of our leg just goes into a spasm. Definitely want to address the hydration issue, and then also thinking about supplementation. Calcium, magnesium, potassium are also very beneficial. So yeah, that usually does the trick. And also light stretching. Light stretching is beneficial. And notice the word light, because we have a tendency to go too aggressive. It causes the muscle to spasm, and then the full-on cramp comes, and that's painful. So I hope it helps. So Crystal, I'm so glad that you shared that, because now our community, our Lacers group, can encourage you about your water drinking. Right? So that's the power of community. And Crystal just modeled it perfectly. And I want to encourage you guys, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Being vulnerable and opening up like this and just saying, I'm having a hard time with this. Like, I have arthritis in my knee, or I'm struggling with my foot, or then we can start to find some answers. And as a group, we can even brainstorm like, hey, this worked for me. This was super helpful. So thank you for asking that question.
We have another question from Kathleen. Kathleen, feel free to unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, Elijah. I am one of your greatest advocates for movement, healthy living, but I have friends and loved ones who hate me because I'm always like trying to help them. So I wondered if you offer classes for people other than Lacers.
We do. We have a separate coaching platform that I can share with you more information
Okay.
on. But I'll say this, Kathleen, can I say this? Good for you in that they and it's hard, guys, it's hard. If you're in any way going against the grain, I think the best metaphor is a salmon swimming upstream. If you're living a healthy and fit lifestyle, you are a salmon swimming upstream. And we know this, the choices that we're making, because as a culture, just in the US alone, we're moving in the wrong direction. The flow of the water is taking us to a sedentary lifestyle, an unhealthy diet. It's not a healthy stream. So we have to, and it feels some days harder than others. And that's why I'm so thankful that Lacers is giving us the opportunity to do this together. I mean, guys, if this is beneficial to you after 6 weeks, we want you to give us your feedback. Like, is this helping you? Getting together, moving together, talking together. I was telling Stephanie and Crystal earlier, and Elijah, I don't think Alex was on yet, but we were talking about the power of just talking together, of just meeting together once a week, just to say, how are you doing? Right? Because a lot happens week to week. You know, like today, I hope is a great day, but tomorrow may bring its challenges, and it'd be nice to have some people we can talk to. So Kathleen, that's what my hope is for us to experiment over the next 6 weeks. Like, what works? We really want to hear from you guys. Like, every week, I want to hear from you. Like, how are you doing? What wins did you have? I really want you to come to the table and talk about, you know, how things are going. And hopefully, Kathleen, people will see, well, I see it in you all the time, just that glow, and just that you are making an impact on other people, whether you know it or not, even though they may not say it. They see you moving, they see you healthy, and that can be a huge part of change. Just seeing other people that are healthy and well, and thinking, what are you doing that I can do? So I hope that helps. I hope that helps.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What I have found during COVID is I have been able to actually create new circles of folks that I could exercise with. So I do the Zoom classes with the Y, which has given me a new village over there. But with the use of Fitbit, we create daily goal challenges. So I have some friends. In fact, I have somebody who I've never even met that's part of the friend circle. That's that group, that's the accountability, who do what we were talking about, check up, challenge, let me know at 10 o'clock at night, Carmen, you haven't moved enough. You need to get up and do something before you go to sleep. And so there are all of those communities that are out there. And I don't let my friends who don't like to exercise, or even the ones that I'm always having to encourage, to distract me from what I'm trying to do and achieve. So I don't know who it was, but I just want her to know that there are a lot of, options virtually if she can't do anything impossible, through, lacers, through silver sneakers, through Fitbit, through Apple Watch community, Nike community, and just to let her know we're here for her.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everything. Bye, everybody.